Hi friends, I'm Ruel Gaviola, and today I'm going to look back at my alphabet challenge for 2025 and see the results. Did I complete my challenge or did I not? Glad you asked, Ruel. Let's find out. And we're going to kick things off with letter A. And letter A is for Avant Carde. This is a deck building game, and I really like this one. This is what's really neat about this is the system of the currency system. So you can buy any card there as long as you have the specific color or whatever that you're trying to match there, and then you can take those into your hand. And as you can see there, there's no like powers or whatever, but on the cards themselves. But as you at the top there, each one of those represents, hey, this is what you can do with this number. So the different number cards there and everything. And I played the solo version. Check it out on the channel. I really enjoyed it. I think it's got this really funny, not funny, but a really interesting way that they packaged it, where it's almost like an accordion that just opens up and you get all your cards. It's really neat. But the game itself, I really enjoy. I love these type of, I want to say entry level, but it's not really an entry level deck builder. But I would feel comfortable showing this to someone who's never played deck builder before, because there's literally almost no. Well, actually, for the cards that explain the powers, there are words, and you do have to read some, but it's really intuitive and it's just a really solid game. It's pretty quick playing as well. So that was my letter A, Avant Carde. That is one of hopefully 26 games that I've done here. Let's continue on with the next game. This is from my favorite designer, the one and only Reiner Knizia. This is Botswana. This card game is one where you play a card and then take an animal. That's all you do in every turn. And y'all know I love Knizia, and that's the epitome of his games. Very low rules overhead, but there's a lot of strategic play in the cards. And I had played this one at Gen Con a few years ago and started looking for it because it was out of print. And the version I played was a super cute, I think it was the Japanese version. Super cute Japanese version, but it was, for a card, I mean, at the time, I think I saw it on eBay for like $50 or so. And at the time, I was like, I don't know if I want to spend $50. But then, luckily, I heard 25th Century Games was bringing it back, and so I was like, okay, perfect. So thanks to 25th Century for sending over my copy. And as you can see here, you play a card, take an animal, and then when one of the animals has 6 cards, that's gonna send or end the round immediately, and then you score. So whatever the last card that was played for each animal, that's how much they're worth. So as you can see there, the elephants are worth nothing right now. If it's like, say you play 6 cards on the lion, boom, it's over, and your elephants that you've been collecting are worth nothing. I really like, there's almost like a little bit of subterfuge here where, I'm going to play an elephant and take a lion meeple. And it's like, people are like, wait, why'd you play an elephant when you're taking a lion? Oh, he must be going for a lion, so I better do that. And then you can sort of like, mess around. It's like, oh no, I'm now going to take a lion or play a lion and take an elephant, So you go back and forth, and as you can see there, at the end of the round, the lions now are worth 1 point. 1 point only. So all the lions you have are only worth 1 point. So you can totally host someone with that last card, or you can help yourself out or help other people out. I just recently played this with Michelle for the first time, and she really enjoyed it. And that, to me, I love that because we have similar tastes in gateway style games, and I think this one, Botswana, is a winner, big time winner. All right, so we've got plenty more. That's A and B. Let's go to C. Did I manage to get a C word in, or C game? I did. Cat Between Us. A really surprising game. Now, I was just talking about manipulating card values in Botswana. This is similar in that, where you're trying to lure a cat to play, with you. You've got the 6 different toys, and here we are in Good Morning Society, Bailey, Beck, and I playing this. You play a card to any one of those, okay? And then once each card has 2 cards, the round is over, and then you score what's remaining in your hand. So I think you'll have like 3 or 4 cards left. You're going to score that. But the neat trick about Cat Between Us is that every round it's a different target score. So in this case, maybe there was like 20 points. So you're trying to total your cards up to 20. If you go over, then you can't win the round unless everyone goes over. But it's a really neat mechanism. Just that one little twist of, hey, each round could be different. So maybe some rounds you want to score really low, other rounds you would score really high. And then the first player to win 3 times or 3 rounds is the winner of the game. I love this game. I was invited to the op a few months ago, last year, mid-year or so, and they showed us a bunch of the new games. This one, without a doubt, everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is way better than I thought it would be. It's very unassuming, just a small box, but Cat Between Us, folks, a real winner, and shout out to the op for providing a copy. All right, let's continue with, did I get a letter D game? I did. Duck and Cover. I just played this at the end of the year. I think it was, I'll have to check my BG stats. It was probably like December 28th or something like that. Very late in the year, down at Critical Hit Games. There's open game day with friends over there, and this was super cute. Another game I wasn't really expecting much. We just thought it was going to be a filler, but it was really good. It's bingo style. So cards are going to flip over, and you are going to flip over move your cards. Everyone starts with 12 cards, and you just move in your tableau. So if it's your number, you have to move it either to cover another number, or so the number 2. If it's if it doesn't do anything, then I think it's like 4 cards. If 4 cards don't get placed, then the round is over. Then you score what's left over in your tableau, and the object, of course, you really want to get it to 1 card because you're going to get the most points. But it's been I just played the one time. I really enjoyed it, and I need to get a copy of this. This a lot of fun, very light, but fun game. Super cute ducks as well. So that is Duck and Cover. Moving on to letter E. I think y'all know I got a letter E. I love this. Is one of my favorite games of recent times as well. Like for a heavier, not super heavy, but like a midweight Euro. It's Endeavor Deep Sea. Lived up to all the hype and then some. I absolutely love this game. This is about exploring the ocean depths and doing things, whether it's diving or learning about the sea or sending out your specialists to do certain actions. Excellent game. And another one I highly recommend. By the way, these the alphabet games I did here, I obviously didn't just play these games here. I played plenty of games with certain letters, more, and I'll talk about that more at the end here. But I'm basically, for each letter that I did play a game, I'm highlighting one of a few that I played this year. But Endeavor Deep Sea, if you've not played this, again, check out the solo version that I did on my channel. Outstanding action selection game, and one of the best I've played in years. I love how streamlined it is. Very easy to get into, but the amount of strategy in here, amount of things that you want to do, it's brilliant. A masterpiece, in my humble opinion. So that's letter E. Let's move on to letter F. Hey, another one from the op that surprised me because I had no idea it was going to be released is Fountains. Y'all know I love tile laying, and this is a tile laying game that incorporates things that you've seen before, sort of like Acropolis, where you can build on top of tiles, so 3D, which also one of my old school favorites, Tuluva, does the same thing. But this one is really, I love the scoring in this, where you have 3 different, I think it's 3 different things you score. You can score the fish that are in your pond. You can score the number of ponds, or pools, they call them, in your fountains. And then you can also score the lily pads. Oh, and also you got coins immediately when there's coins. But what makes this great is that mechanism of choosing where to grab your tile. So you'll see the 3 different colored pawns. You move one of those pawns up to 2 or 3 spaces, and then when you land, that's what tile you're going to take. Now, if you land your pawn on the matching color of the pawn, so for instance, the white one lands on the white space, you're going to score the white one, which I believe is fish. And then everyone scores that. Fish, you just, okay, how many do you have? And is it on, are they adjacent? If they are, then you get, 1 point for fish. If it's on a second level, 2 points, etc. For the lily pads, same thing, but they have to be have a contiguous line. Fish, I forgot. Fish is anywhere on your fountains, whereas the lily pads, they have to be connected. And finally, pools. Those are just each one that is separated. As you can see, I've got, you know, a big fountain there, but each little pool, individual pool counts. That one you score. Whoever has the most at that time of scoring will score the most points, and second place gets some. I love that. I love the scoring mechanism in this, because you can trigger scoring when you feel like it, if you can, because there's times when your opponents, or maybe you'll block other people from scoring. It's really neat. And then finally, what I love about this, there's so much to love about this. This is one of my favorite games of the year as well. The fountains themselves, you have to have running water throughout, right? Because you need to keep your fish and lily pads alive. If you ever block off your water source, you'll see them in like jet streams or whatever, then you're going to place little pond scum or pond weeds on top of those. So you take those tokens and put those there, and they will not revive. They won't be scored unless you get a source of water. So there's different ways to get the water, you know, on tiles or little tokens as well. So good. I played the solo version. It's very easy to manage. It's basically just, you know, it's blocking the AI, and friends. Fountains is a huge hit with me and my friends. So check out F for Fountains. G, we're at the G's. Is it a game called? I was gonna say Gaviola. That's my last name. I don't have a joke for that. But no, I really enjoyed the Great Split. This is Judy and Michael over at the Nerd Shelves. Thanks for playing this. I love this game. This is from a few years ago. I had heard about it and just, okay, whatever. It's an I Split You Choose game, but perhaps this is the best I Split You Choose game out there. I loved it because it's basically I Split You Choose, right? You have a couple of cards, you split, you choose, hand it to your opponent, you get some from your opponent, another opponent on the other side. And then you decide which one am I going to keep. Then you get 2 of your cards back, and you give back the other cards. And then using those cards, you're going to move up tracks. So I think that's what I love about this game the most. Like, I Split You Choose, there's Hanamakoji, which is a classic. There's the Great Slice, Great New York Slice, is a pizza themed one, which is a lot of fun. This one, though, you're moving up tracks. So it's almost got this, like, tech tree or track thing going on, which I really enjoyed. And you unlock, it's a lot of like combo-y stuff, like, oh, I'm moving up this track for money, which is great, but then, oh, I want to trigger this thing down here, so you're going to move another track, and then you have awards. Very, very good. I don't know, I think this one might have flown under the radar a bit, just because I didn't really care for the theme, this whole like, okay, rich people getting, you know, trading gifts or whatever. It's whatever. But the gameplay is so sharp. I would highly recommend this one as well. Again, a lot of these games I loved on this list, so you may be getting a bunch of games. Oh, I'm going to recommend these, but, you know, check it out yourself, folks. It's a great split. If you like I Split You Choose, I think it's a must play on your list. But even if you don't, give this one a shot. Like, I would recommend this or Hanamakoji, as far as if you're not, you know, if you're not familiar with the I Split You Choose mechanism. So check that one out. That is the Great Split. Okay. Let's go to letter H, and this one, another one that came out of nowhere. I had no idea it existed until the designer reached out to me. Designer Ron Halliday knew I was a huge baseball fan, go Dodgers, and he sent me his game, Hits and Outs. Now, Hits and Outs is a very simple deduction game. Michelle and I are playing here. One player is at bat, the other is pitching, and you're just trying to figure out, where did the pitcher hide the ball? Was it under first base like it was there? I now have a single, or maybe Michelle does. And then you hide this ball again. And then if you don't find it, that's an out. And then the bases remain. So you have another shot to find that ball. So you get a little more information. Again, it's super simple, but it's a lot of fun. As a baseball geek, of course, I'm going to love this game. And Michelle and I did play this at Dodger Stadium. I took our copy there, and during the pregame at Dodger Stadium, we always get to Dodger games super early, just to avoid traffic and just to relax at the stadium. We like to eat our dinner there or whatever. But we brought the game, and it was perfect. It was like the perfect thing to play at Dodger Stadium before the Dodgers continued their run to the 2025 back-to-back championships. So Hits to Outs, another big hit. Get it? A big hit with me and Michelle and all the people I played with. So let's continue. I'm gonna hydrate real quick, and let's continue the list with letter I is for I Made You a Mixtape. This is from Mike DeLisio, Dan Hughes, and I enjoyed this greatly. I think a lot of it was nostalgia, of course. I literally used to make mixtapes. I made plenty of mixtapes back in the day where we had cassette players and you would record the songs and you put your favorites together, which evolved to CDs, which I perhaps made a CD or two for Michelle when we were dating. And then now it's evolved to playlists, right? You custom make your playlist. This is a really fun game of set collection, and you have the different genres of music, different things that you can collect. And what really stood out to me was the spatial aspect. I didn't expect that. It's this really neat thing where, so you go left or right, depending on what the cassette says in your little mixer here. But then if you'll notice those like little tape, like actual cassette, oh, not actual, but drawing a cassette tape on each card, you're trying to line those up so that shows the flow of your mixtape. It's fantastic, folks. This is a lot of fun, nice puzzly element to it. I've only played it. Have I? I think I played a 2-player game, but I played it most at solo, and I really love the theme, the art and stuff. They really, you can tell there's a lot of love that went into this one as far as, hey, we know what mixtapes were all about. Let's talk about this. Now, having said that, I think there's a few things they could have improved as far as like graphic design, because there was a few times I was like, wait, is this supposed to be left side, right side? Is very minor quibble. Still a game worth checking out. That's for the letter I Made You a Mixtape. Okay. What's after I, friends? J. Now, we talked about how I played a bunch of games for, well, we're going to see if I did every letter, for letters in the alphabet. J, I played exactly one game with the letter J, and it was a game called Jungo, or Jungo. I totally forgot about this game. So here's BGG, Nikki and Lincoln playing here. I forgot what this was. I played it with my friends Kelly and Aaron of the podcast Variant Hex. I forgot. I'm pretty sure this was a trick-taking game. If I would have looked this up before I did this video, besides the fact that I'm doing this live and I ran out of time, friends, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. I believe it was a trick-taking game, folks. I'm just going to straight up tell you, check out BGG. It was the only J game I played this year. Apparently, there's not many games that come across my tabletop that have the letter J in them. But I remember having a really good experience with Aaron and Kelly, so I'm sure it was a good game. But let's move on to letter K before I embarrass myself anymore. K is for Knizia. And I did not do this on purpose, I swear, but I had the letter K for Kariba. Not Kariba, Kariba. Here's my buddy Darren and I played this many years ago. I actually played this a few times. I think we did Good Morning Society. Becca and I probably played this, but I do remember playing it live this in 2025. Very straightforward Knizia style game. Play a card, draw a card. You have those numbers there. Whenever you can place a number, they're different animals, and they're going to represent eating the other animals. So as you can see there, Daryl just put down 3 cards there. You eat or chase away the one. It's a water animal, so you chase away the animal that's to the left of it. And once you get 3 or 4. Oh, why do we have 4 over there? There's 4 up there that didn't. Oh, maybe 8 something else. But if you can, you really want to try to get as many cards as you can. So there's, I think the number 5 has 4 of them. If you can play 2 6s there, because it's 3 or more, you're going to get all the 5s. Okay, and the 5s, if you play another 5 there, since it has 1, 2, 3, 4, it would have 5. It would skip over, and you would chase away the number 3, so you get 2 number 3s in your hand. You play until all the cards are taken from the deck, and then you just count up how many cards. Whoever has the most wins. It's a great filler, folks, and it's a small box. It's not by Oink Games, but it is like Oink Games size box, and it's one of my go-tos. I always have it in my little quiver when I go. James Games. Oh, we are recording this live, folks. James Games says, I think Jungo is a card setting game, and you just hit on the head. It is a card setting game, so you're trying to get rid of the cards in your hand. Thank you for that, James. Let's move along to letter L. One of my favorite games of 2024, I believe it was, when this came out. This is Let's Go to Japan. Every time I play this, and I play it a bunch solo, this is my solo playthrough on my channel, I want to travel. It is the perfect game to get you in the mood for traveling, especially to Japan. They just announced, by the way, Josh Wood just announced, the designer said they're doing the next version is Let's Go to France. So I can't wait to play that one. This is a tableau builder, and Josh has done some of the best, well, two of my all-time favorite tableau builders, Let's Go to Japan and Santa Monica. I love that he did Santa Monica. He's an LA guy as well, and Santa Monica, very chill, but very strategic tableau builder. Much like Let's Go to Japan. This is one where you're just playing cards, you're drafting cards, playing them to your agenda here, your schedule for a week in Japan. And after each day has 3 items, there are different events, things you can do in Japan. You're going to score, you're going to end the game with score. What's great is those different icons are mean different things, and it's a set collection thing, but you also have, hey, I need to make sure I have enough. In this case, the currency is like trains. Am I taking a train to Japan to Kyoto and back? I need those train tokens. You need to make sure that your agenda is lined up so just right so that you don't run out of train tokens, because no one wants to walk around when you need to, that'll be like hours of walking. You need to take a train. It's brilliant, folks. If you have not played this one, get it. If you're a solo gamer, get it. If you love travel, get it. If you love Japan, it's so good. Perfect timing, going to a baseball game. That's something I always want to do in Japan. Hopefully you get to go again real soon and actually do that in real life. I would love that. Did I mention the Dodgers won the World Series this year? If I did, there you go. There's your reminder. Let's move on. Did I play a game lettered M? Did I? I did. This is Moon Colony Bloodbath. Awesome game. This is my... I haven't ranked it. It's got to be one of my top 3 of 2025. It is an engine builder, engine wrecker by Donald X. Vaccarino, the designer of Dominion, and it is it's so good. The theme is it's makes me laugh. It's Moon Colony Bloodbath. It lived up to its name and then some. You're building moon colonies, and it's a bloodbath. You're basically trying to be the last survivor on the moon because everyone's gonna die. Things happen, whether it's starvation, fighting, robots gone mad, all kinds of different things, accidents. Things happen, and you're just trying to be the last one with survivors. There are a way to get survivors. It's cool because you are building an engine using your cards that you purchase. Everyone starts with a standard deck, and then you're going to take turns taking cards into your tableau and building your engine. But there are bad events. And as you can see there, I'm flipping over a shared deck. Everyone's going to be playing off that. That's it. You just build your tableau. The cards themselves are in the deck, so there's an event that happens. It happens to everyone. But then you will have a standard set of 5 cards, I think, that are good things for only you. You want to get those in the deck as soon as you can, if you can, to play them, because then at least one turn you're getting something good. I played this a bunch of times at all the different player counts. Loved it at all. I love that it can be soloed as well. It's fun, friends. It's just a ton of fun, and another highly recommended game from yours truly. Okay. We are halfway through. Letter N. Did I get to N? I did. This is a preview of Naishi that Michelle and I did. This is a card drafting tableau building game. Lots of different set collecting here. And what's neat is we start with our tableau there in front of us. There's 2 rows of 5. Now, you're also going to have cards in your hand. So the cards in your hand you're going to play as well, but those are played at the end of the game. So you sort of reveal those, and you're going to see, okay, which one, what do I score here? It's really, really good. It's a 2-player game. Picked up by Renegade. It was originally, I believe, a French design, if I'm not mistaken, and then they picked it up. Is obviously it's Japanese themed, but the gameplay is sharp. Check that out at the Renegade Game Studios. We've done the preview of the game. There's also some actions you can take as well that help you mitigate. Hey, if I don't like these cards, or I need to move stuff around, I can use those actions. Because as you see the tableaus, those are the tableaus you have. You're only going to be able to cover up cards or get rid of them. You can't actually physically move them from one column to the other unless you use one of those special powers. Really neat way to do a tableau builder. And yeah, Naishi's great. What's after N? O. O is for a game that's not out yet, I believe, but it's supposed to be out real soon. This is Off With Their Heads. I got to play a production or a prototype and then a near final production copy of this. I've said this before. I talked about this before on the stream, but this is going to be easily in my top 5 roll and writes of all time. I fell in love with this game immediately. It's a roll and write or a flip and fill using standard cards, a standard deck of cards. It is in the Wonderland's War world. So you have the, beautiful artwork, and you have the, Alice in Wonderland theming. On your turn, flip over a card and write a number. Depending on who played, so you're going to, I should back up. You're all going to play a card. You're going to reveal a card. And it's whose card triumphs over whose. And then, depending on how where you rank. So if I played the highest card, I get to go place my number at the top. The top, there's 3 sections of the the player sheet. And then whoever's second and third, they accordingly get the middle or the bottom. So you're always trying to manipulate by the card you played where you're going to place your number. Now, sometimes you're going to get stuck and it's like, oh, I didn't want to place it in the middle, but I have to place it in the bottom. That's fine. There's ways to mitigate that. And what's neat is I think you played a couple of rounds. You're going to have a card or 2 left over after each round. One of the final scoring things, besides all the stuff you played on your scorecard, is a poker hand. You are seriously, the card that you did not play during the round, you save it for a poker hand, and depending on how good your poker hand is, you're gonna get more points. I love this game. Again, I wasn't expecting. I knew that James Hudson had been working on it, and when he showed me at Gen Con, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Then when I played it a few months later, I was like, top 5 roll and write of all time for me. Easily. So Off With Their Heads. Be sure, I'll drop a link in the show description, and you can find out when it's going to be released. But it should be out. I think it was supposed to be out end of 2025. I don't know if they made that happen yet, but it's going to be out soon, and highly recommend it. Okay, we're getting over. Did I play a game with P? I did. It's a game called PlayProp. This might be the greatest party game of all time. And I say that because I've never laughed so hard. Well, come on, I have. But at Gen Con, I brought my copy to Gen Con, and we basically destroyed it. It was so much fun playing with this big group of players. And what you see there, Michelle and I, we're going through a quick demo of it. Everyone gets a string with a cork. And you hold that, and you roll. One player is going to roll the dice. They cover it. Then at one, they're going to let everyone know, get ready, hold your string, and they're going to reveal the results. I tried to time it. I'm going to reveal. If it's the number 7, or if it is, so it could be like a 6 and a 1, 3 or 4, whatever. Or if it's doubles, then you want to pull your string. And the player who is the active player, the one that rolled the dice, they're going to try to take the cup and cover all the corks in the middle. If you get caught, they get a point. If you escape, you get a point. That's it. That's how simple it is. I love it. It is absolutely, I played it at Gen Con. So there's a 7. You had to pull. If I got you, I got you. I played at Gen Con, and we had a huge group. Played at different parties, and it's always like, we had I think 2 or 3 games going on once at Shu and Christina's of going out like they had a party. Oh my gosh. It is so loud and fun. I love this game. If you're not a dexterity or a real-time type of player, it's probably not for you. Now, I mentioned the word destroy. Those are corks. And apparently, some people like to get really into it when they are the person with the cup. and they just slam it way too hard, which is fine. I'm sure it's easy. Yeah, I haven't fixed mine yet, but we have wine corks in the house. You just have to put a new, like, drill a hole or make a hole in a wine cork, put the rope through or the string through it. But yeah, I might have like destroyed a bunch of corks in my copy. That's how much fun it is. You're just tearing it up. But PlayProp, folks, for a party game, one of the best out there, if not the best. Okay, let's change paces here. No, that was letter P. We're getting to some of the tough letters in the alphabet, right? Did I play letter Q? There was a pause for dramatic effect. Did I complete my challenge so far? I did. Letter Q is Quicksand. Another game I played at the end of the year, and is I think the first video I released on the channel for this year. This is a real-time sand timer game, much like Kites or Skyrockets. There's a few of them that came out. This one might be my favorite, I think. I love Kites, but I really like the puzzle of Quicksand, where you play your cards. Now I'm playing the solo version. It's a slightly different than the multiplayer, but the multiplayer is basically everyone has 3 cards. You play one, and then you're going to turn over the sand timers. So you're either going to match the shape, which are there, like the circle, the triangle, square, etc., or the colors. There's 3 different colors, or both, or there's a wild that allows you to do whatever. But here's the interesting thing. As you can see, there's 2 yellow ones there. If I played a yellow card, I'd have to move both those sand timers yellow. I'd have to flip those over. So what you're trying to do is get to the safe zone, all 3 of them, all the way to the left there, around the way. Get all 3 with some sand remaining. Now, there's going to be times when you're going to not be able to do it, and so they go off the board. You need to get them back in with the wild. But if they run out of sand when they are in the zone, the safety zone or whatever, then you lose the game. Terrific game. I was surprised that I was able to play it solo. It seemed, I was like, how are you going to play a real-time sand timer game solo? They made it work perfectly. It was great. Great little puzzle. And so be sure to check this out if you like real-time games. I don't know if you're not a real-time fan, you probably this won't change your mind. I still think Fuse is probably my top real-time game with this type of puzzle, but Quicksand, right up there, and definitely a recommendation. Okay, R is for Ruel, and yes, Ruel, I did play a game that started with the letter R. I played River Valley Glassworks. Love the design of this game. Love the artwork by Andrew Bosley. It is got those azul, well, I don't know if it's azul plastic or acrylic type. I don't know, those bake-like pieces. But the one thing I had a problem with this was it's not colorblind friendly. The colors are way too similar, like with the purples and I don't know, pinks or whatever. For me, I just had my wife, who has way better vision than I do. Before we started, I was like, can you help me pick out the pinks and purples? And as you can see there, I drew on some of them. Like, I think I put a little P for purple. I might have put a G for green or whatever. But once I made that fix, boy, this game is good. It goes by way faster than I thought. It's a quick playing game, but there's a lot of neat strategy to it. So you're going to select either to play one of the gems there or the glasswork into the river. As you can see there, you take the gems that are orthogonally adjacent to it or adjacent to the tile that you played there, depending on the shape. And then you're going to take the tile that's next to you and take those into your hand and place them into your Glassworks shop. And the Glassworks shop, you're going to score points depending on how many you get for each. You really want to try to get the ones on the right because those are going to be worth more points, and you're trying to go up. You only have, I think it's like 17 turns, but man, they go by really quickly. I love it. It is a light game. I think there's more rules overhead than say like something like Azul, but the puzzle is very good, and that's why I love playing it. This is the solo version where you play against a bot, which is really neat. Works really well. Again, we are recording this live, folks, and one of the live questions we have, Gen Cam plays, have you played on BG? I have. I don't remember hubby having color issues there, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, they do, like when you hover over in Board Game Arena, you hover over and it'll say like green, whatever. But I remember playing it, and I don't think I had a problem with it. But I did, of course, I love the analog version. So yeah, River Valley Glassworks, folks, that's our game. our R game. Let's go on to our S game. What starts with S? What about Spirits of the Wild Awakenings? Now, earlier last year, Bailey and I had played the original Spirits of the Wild, and then Becca and I played the new Spirits of the Wild Awakenings. The difference is, well, let me give you a quick rundown of the game. It's a set collection game. You are playing one action per turn that allows you to either add gems to the main dish or the market area or the supply, or you're going to place those onto your player board, which has different ways to score. If you're familiar with Steve Finn games, it reminds me of a Steve Finn style scoring. Like one board, you want all different colors. The next board, you want all the same. The next board, you want a 3 of a kind and a 2 of a kind, etc., etc. And you just go until one player's pulled out 5 of the spirit stones. The spirit stones are neat too. As long as you have one, you can place it, and then you're going to score double for that scoring condition. But you cannot add any more stones there. So when there's 5 on board or in the dish, then the game is over. Becca and I played the new version, which is the same as the old version gameplay wise. But what they did, which is brilliant, they made it a modular board. So now you can swap out different scoring conditions. You can also swap out the different spirit powers. So whenever you take an action, you flip it over. When you have no more actions, or when you want to, you can play one of your spirit cards, and you get a bonus action, and you reset everything. Oh, so good. One of my favorite 2-player games of all time, and I always hyped up this game, the original version, because it was out of print for a while from Mattel. And then Mattel, just last year or the year before, they announced, hey, we're going to do a new version. I was so fired up. And to see it at Gen Con, I got to meet the designer, and really nice guy, and hooked us up with a copy for the show. And I love it. Spirits of the Wild Awakenings. Still so good. It's a banger, folks, as the kids would say. It's a banger. Speaking of bangers, did I get a letter T? And I did, for Tea Garden. Shout out to Tim Chuan for letting me use his video here. Thanks, Tim, for letting me use your video. I didn't ask, but I'm showing it. Tea Garden, a worker placement game, mid-euro weight. This one got a little burniness to this. Hopefully I can talk. You are cultivating and growing tea, fulfilling orders. Very, very solid game. This is from, I forget the designer. I'm going to let y'all look it up. Look up the designer. I want to say it was not Danny Garcia, who done Barcelona, but another renowned designer. I'm going to wait for y'all in chat watching it live to remind me of the designer. Thomas Holek, thank you so much, James Games NYC. This one I played with Linnaeus and Kelly during Gen Con. We got together at Kelly's house and played this, and man, I loved it. It was so good. I need to get a copy of this. It was on my wish list. I did not get it during the holidays, but I believe I'm gonna treat myself this year to get a copy of Tea Garden, because it is good. Let's continue on. Omar Hernandez says, I enjoyed this one, but my wife did not, even though she won, so I traded off. Oh yeah, that's I totally get it. There's not gonna be for everyone, but I really loved it, and I'm glad you did too, Omar. Oh yeah, James says the designer also did Galileo Galilei and SETI. SETI was one I was trying to figure out. Okay. Let's move on to, let's see, what's after T? U. Not you, but the letter U. I played Unmatched Adventures, Tales to Amaze. Now, I did this for the live stream at Critical Hit Games. I actually did this one from home. I soloed the game because Unmatched Adventures is the Unmatched game, but it is a cooperative version of it. It's great. I love that they took Unmatched and made it a cooperative game, where this version at least, where you can work together to defeat the big baddie. And here I did it. I played 2 characters against one of the baddie. They've got a bunch of cool little things, but new things in the game, but the core elements stay the same. Play a card, move, fight, whatever. And it's so good. And I'm looking forward to more. I think they did they do a Teenage Turtles version that's coming out? I don't know if they did, if it's out already, but I'm looking forward to others, because I loved Unmatched, and to play it solo was a real treat. Like, I didn't think it would be a good solo game, honestly, but it was great. It was, got that puzzly one. And Omar Hernandez also soloed it two-handed last night. It's a great game, folks. So, Unmatched Adventures, that's my letter U. Did I do letter V? I did, with VIVO. Now, I did 2 games that started with V, and quite honestly, I don't remember either of them. This is Taylor's trick-taking table. If you love trick-taking games, you've got to subscribe to Taylor's channel. He is the foremost expert in trick-taking games in the hobby. This is one I believe I played with Kelly and Aaron. I don't know if Linnaeus played this with us. But this one, another game, VIVO, that I don't remember. I honestly do not remember. Is this VIVO? Am I looking at the right video? How to play VIVO. Yeah. I just remember there was a dog on the cover where it's like a singing dog, and it's a trick-taking game with some twist to it. I know Aaron, we had a good time with it. I don't remember the rules, but Aaron, who's a big trick-taking fan, Kelly's partner, enjoyed it. So if he enjoyed it, you're a trick-taking fan. Taylor apparently enjoyed it as well, did this video. Check it out, because I don't remember playing it. So sorry, folks. Let's move on before I embarrass myself. It's too late for me to embarrass myself any less, right? What's after V? W. Did I play a W game? I did. This is a solo game from one of my favorite designers, Scott Alms. He did Wraith and the Giants. This is a Colossus monster that you're trying to defeat. It's bag building, deck building, hand management, all the good stuff. He had done Warp's Edge, which is one of my favorites, and he does a lot of solo hero adventure games for Renegade Game Studios. This was fantastic. I love this one. Yeah, this character, what's really neat is the narrative in this. You start as a kid, and each age, you are going to age for, you started as a kid, you move on to middle age, and then you later age. So each time you play the game, you're going to choose a character, so you can play through the campaign. It's really neat because you're evolving as a character, and then the monsters, they always change up. Excellent game. I can recommend a lot of Scott Alms' games. He did the Tiny Epic series, of course, which I love. And then the Solo Heroes series games. This one, Warp's Edge, which I just talked about. Also, what was that one? Recklin's Run, which is sort of like Mad Max post-apocalyptic game. So good. And if you're a solo player, definitely recommend it. Now I think they said you could co-op on this one, but honestly, I really feel it's like it captures the spirit of a solo video game here. Okay, so that's letter W. What is after W, folks? I believe it's X. I did not have an X game. I did not. I failed my challenge. I did 25 of 26 games. I did not get an X game. If you can drop comments below, let me know what an X game I can play for this year is. I already got my Q game queued up for this year in 2026, but I need an X game. The first one that comes to mind is Zia, and also Xenoshift. But if you have any recommendations, either live here or in the comments below on YouTube, let me know. But I'm going to finish up my list because I did play a Y and Z game. The first was a classic, Yahtzee. Of course, I love Yahtzee. It's the OG roll and write. This was the National Parks version that I got. And it's Yahtzee. You roll, you save a dice, or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. You can re-roll up to 2 more times, and then you fill in the sheet based on poker hands. 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, full house, etc. You go until 13 turns are over, then you add it up and you see what your score is. That's Yahtzee. I love that the OP does so many different versions. My favorites include a Spam can and also a Cup Noodles. Those are great. The D&D one's great. D&D is actually a dice tower. But if you haven't played Yahtzee, folks, please do. Maybe you'll find it dated. It is dated to an extent. It's 1950-something. But I still think it holds true to this day. And you can see its influence on a wide variety of games. Will roll and rights or not. I mean, Richard Garfield took the roll, re-roll mechanism and built King of Tokyo on it. I mean, it is a... it should be... Is there a Hall of Fame? Yeah, there is a BGG Hall of Fame, right? I don't know if it's in there. It should be in there. Yahtzee, folks. My Y game of my challenge, and that leaves us with 1, Did I play a Z game? I did play a Z game, and it is Zenith. Becca and I played this on Good Morning Society. This, I think it was nominated for a Spiel, and it's awesome. It's a 2-player only game. You are, I forget the theme. It's a sci-fi theme where you're trying to gain influence on like 5 different families or whatever. Oh, what happened to the screen there? Oh, the camera must have shut down. Did we fix that? Ray. Oh, no. Oh, there we are. We're back. Oh, that must have. Now, I'm sure that was fun live. You play up to 5 different families here. It's got a little bit of engine building, so the more you play on one, the bigger discount you get in order to bring another member of that faction there. There are a couple of sideboards there. On the left, it's like a tech tree. On the right is if you place there, then you're going to get special action. And then you go through, you're trying to collect the different planets of influence. And then it's a tug of war as well. A lot of great things. I love the combination of mechanics here in Zenith, and it all comes together in a nice little theme. Beck and I had a great time playing it. And that's it. That is, I want to say, yeah, I did 25 of 26 games, friends. Is that a success? I think it is. I played 188 different games in 2025. I did 25 of the 26 letters. As I do every year, I try to come up with a different challenge. I'd love to hear what your challenges you're doing this year. I'm going to do the alphabet challenge again this year. So help me out. Drop a game with the letter X. That starts with the letter X in there. I already got my Q game, and I think I can do every other letter. But thanks again for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.